more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They go play action with Jackson.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he shifts past him.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
This is where the NFL is headed year by year, partner. A league where just about everyone has someone under center who can get you with their legs as well as their arm. And we've certainly had a nice display of that from both QBs in this game. And that continued with that 1st down run.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jackson from the shotgun. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it, ends up getting the ball stripped.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Young now after the fumble recovery. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it up. Defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3rd and short yardage, Young. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now Young on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Giants' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They go play action now. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Up the middle with Barkley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Young will set to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
They'll run with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play, because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Young's throw brought in by Bellinger.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. And the slot man goes in motion left. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Young now.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Young.
And his throw here's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's going to keep this again.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short. Steady bursts.
Now here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now Baltimore. Set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to Robinson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver.
And it's 3rd down.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
To throw again is Jackson.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. On the option, Jackson will keep it.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson, his throw incomplete.
He was looking for Rashad Bateman there,
but now it's 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Fourth down, here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics. Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, where they're about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, it's Young. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On third down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Flushed out right.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And Jackson throwing once more. Steps away to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Andrews. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Rashad Bateman who finished it all off with a touchdown. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a cap on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Here we go, set, black, 95.
Young's going to take a knee here, and that should just about do it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and